good. And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. With that ball sitting up, you can bring it in high, you can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Oh, looked like he caught a flyer right there, Frank.
I really thought this is way too much.
Frank, a little too much club right there.
You think? I mean, that never even sniffed hitting the green.
Well, the stats say that is a green hit in regulation. But it's not yet a par in the card. Very tough putt coming up. Yeah, that's a good putt right there. From that distance, he'll settle. Trying to limit the damage here. This putt is for bogey. Well, too bad. He gives one back. Now to the 8th and a long par 5, Frank.
Fortunately, there's no bunkers, just the dunes either side. The hole looks a little narrow off the tee, but get down there, you're going to realize that's a fairly generous fairway. There's a little bit of mounding in this green, too, that actually slopes it back towards the player. So use that to your advantage. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Getting bounced around today. You think the winds have been a factor?
There's no question. That's been the biggest problem for the players right now. But still, it's playable. It's not ridiculous. It's not unplayable out there.
It should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. And a chance for eagle after that perfectly played shot. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the lead. Well, hello there. That's an eagle.
Might be languishing in the middle of the pack, but at least celebrate that.
Rich Lerner and Frank Nobilo back with you here at Chambers Bay in the U.S. Open. Now to the 9th hole, closing out this front side.
Well, it just goes to show the tremendous variety that the designer Robert Trent Jones II has done here. We're seeing already a tremendous variation, and then this sort of just goes on top of it. Elevated tee, goes down to a green that just slopes a little bit to the right. Well bunkered on the right.
About 25 feet from the cup. Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Kind of a tricky read. Frank, amazing how this hole has gotten away.
He's not Robinson Crusoe. Happened to everybody that's played this game. I don't think a tourniquet is going to work after that one.
Tough to watch. Getting ready now to begin the back 9 here at Chambers Bay. Rich Lerner for EA Sports with my partner Frank Nobilo. Frank, tell us about the 10th.
Well, Rich, this hole looks like it's stolen straight out of the Highlands in Scotland. It's called High Dunes, and you can see why big dunes on the left and right frame this hole beautifully.
Paying attention like a little kid at school, Frank. That baby's sitting up.
Sitting up. It's got the best view as well. You don't even need binoculars from where that ball is.
Professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Stepping up to the tee here at the 11th, Frank.
It looks straightforward. You'll see a big dune in the middle of the fairway. You can really take that out of play. Get it down there as far as you can. You're going to need to. And then from there on in, it's really just trying to find out exactly where you want to land that second shot so that you can get it on the right level.
Frank, if this were baseball, that would be an upper deck moonshot.
It'd be out of the stands. But not only that, it is in the middle of the fairway. Long, incredibly long, and straight.
Tape measure shot. That would be a great look at birdie. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Are you kidding me? He just missed that. I cannot believe that. That was such a short putt. Has his par. Measuring 311 yards, the 12th Frank seems to offer an opportunity for a player to do something pretty dramatic here.
Yeah, it's called the Narrows. Really, it should be called the Temptation, because what player stands on a tee knowing he can reach and doesn't take up?
What a display of power and precision off the tee. On the green here on the par 4 in 1. Oh, that hurts. So the Eagle goes begging. Still has this for birdie. Made par yesterday. This one for birdie. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. He makes a great pass at the golf ball. It's powerful, but it's rhythmic at the same time. Good contact, good result. Frank, what are the defining characteristics of a links golf course?
I think you're looking for sandy soil first and foremost, because a lot of it is by the coastline. Most links courses are by the coastline. And it's normally wasteland. It wasn't used for anything else, and that's why you have these wonderful dunes in front of you and bunkers that are just cut out of the ground. You dig a hole and you've got yourself a natural bunker. That's how St Andrews was built. Many of the great golf courses on the coastline in Great Britain, and Chambers Bay is the American equivalent.
Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
You like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy?
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more. Safely on deck.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. This would be nice. 2 straight birdies. And with that birdie, moves into second place. Frank, a fifth consecutive par 4 here at the U.S. Open. This is the 14th hole, and I'm guessing by the time you set foot on this tee, you'll know exactly where your game is at.
Oh, this one here, great reward for someone that's driving the ball well. If you can drive it, down the left middle, avoid that little one-pot bunker in the middle of the fairway, you're going to certainly shorten this hole up. And then you can start to use the contours of this hole, too, that bend right to left. And 546 yards becomes much shorter than what you would think.
Nothing to argue about there. Right in the fairway. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Put a birdie on the card here yesterday, don't forget. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Has the birdie to move to 3 under par for the championship. Frank, normally in a golf course, you don't want to spend too much time in the trees, with the trees, around the trees, but part of me wants to go up and hug this tree because he's all alone. It's the only tree on the whole golf course.
Well, I know you're a tree hugger, Rich. I really do. But at 246 yards, when they play this off the back tee at the U.S. Open, believe me, nobody's hugging that tree. They're just trying to make three.
Ready for his second shot, trying to knock it on the green. And he's made the green. Makeable putt right here. He is currently sitting at 1 under for the round. Struggling a bit with the flat stick and a drop shot here at the 15th hole. Hoping to drop only one shot, this for bogey. Frank, that bogey really hurts. Now to the 3-hole finishing stretch here at Chambers Bay, and we get it started with a relatively short par 4. It's a 423-yard hole, the 16th, Frank.
Bend slightly to the right. There's a huge bunker all the way down the right side that sort of starts, I don't know, maybe about 100 yards off the tee, goes all the way to the green. You go right, and then you realize why this hole is called. It's a ginormous tee shot.
Frank, what's the danger here on the approach to the 16th, considering the green was really pretty small?
Well, obviously it's a short par 4, so you know that the problem's going to happen up ahead, and that's exactly what it does. This is probably one of the smallest, narrowest greens at Chambers Bay, and you can see it slopes dramatically from left to right. That has to be taken into consideration with the second shot.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Frank, he took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but that's a good par there, Rich.
Pressure's beginning to rise here. 17th hole of the U.S. Open at Chambers Bay. And this one, Frank, the par 3 will require a really good shot.
It's amazing how many U.S. Opens have great 17th hole. I think of Winged Foot, par 3, 17th, even Marion, par 3. This one will certainly fit in the same vein. It's named Derail, and it will derail many a player trying to win a U.S. Open.
Frank, which way is this headed?
Well, judging by his body English, it looks like it's heading a little right. There is a bit of green out there, though.
Birdie try up next. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him.
You couldn't ask for much more than that, except to make it. Settles in over the putt. He'll take par and move on. Now to the 18th hole. Frank, everyone wants to finish in style.
Yeah, the home hole here, once again you head back to just a wonderful view, and you realize that Chambers Bay was designed as a walking golf course, and it was designed to have fun and test every department in your game. 18 will do that. It probably gives you more trouble on both sides of the hole than any other hole on the golf course.
Playing his third here at the par 5. Frank, not where he wants to be, but not out of the hole here at the par 5.
No, but Rich, to drop a shot here would really set him backwards.
Pretty good shot right there.
Even par currently.
Cleans that up in the hole. There you have it, Frank. The second round is complete. What are your thoughts?
I think anybody looking at this leaderboard, anybody in the top 10 of that leaderboard is certainly in a good position to win. Quality of the golf there in that first 10 is excellent.